I can say is he must have worked on this some more, because he got it pulled pretty dang straight. The only place I still see a crinkle is right here, but there was one right here where I have it marked and it's straight, and there was one right there, and it looks pretty dang good, and the bottom frame looks like it's straight too. He said that was what was the one off the subframe here was where he was having trouble pulling. It looks good. So that's pretty dang exciting. I guess I'm gonna leave it out here because we have body work to do. So I got to work on the fenders and the exhaust and all that other stuff. But yeah, it looks really good. So there she is, useless for my editing at the moment. We put a newer version of Windows on this, which I'm probably going to be going back to an older version because, well, first I started it up and everything, got my editing software on here, and it worked, and I could view my edited videos. Now I did a Windows update, updated everything on the new Windows. And now when I come in, I'm getting that my codecs are out or locked in the program. I can't view my videos. They're locked. Here it is in pieces. After messing with it all day yesterday, processing a video, I did about like 10 times. I exported a video. Every time, doesn't matter what setting I put it on, the sound in the background was choppy. And like whenever I would put like edits in, it was like it couldn't process it all at the same time. Although it would export it a lot faster, it messed the video up every time. Took the same video, put it on this computer, exported it, and it was fine. So Intel has never done me wrong. I've had an AMD processor and stuff in the past. It didn't work out this time. It didn't work out the last time either. I was having problems editing. Then I got this, and I've had no issues. So Intel seems to do better with video processing. So Newegg will actually let you return it. So here is my motherboard and processor. We're gonna switch out. Yeah, I was very frustrated. I messed with it all day yesterday, and I was just like, you know what? No, I'm going back to Intel. Says Intel worked. So does anybody want to take guesses on what this is? I'll give you a second. Let's wait. So last night I got home from work. Our mini split has a slow leak in it. Wasn't cooling. So I grabbed the air conditioner out of the garage that I had in the window. I wasn't really using. Put it in here, turned it on because it was stuffy when I got home. That helped cool the house. Went to bed, it's about 11:30. A little after 12, was woke up out of my sleep by a very loud bang. And I noticed the air conditioner wasn't running. And I was like, crap, air conditioner fell out of the window. So I got up, tried to turn the lights on, no power. I was like, oh, okay, so it's not the air conditioner. That loud bang had to be the transformer, and I was assuming there's a transformer on the pole right over here. 4 o'clock, well, our power comes back on 3 o'clock in the morning. 4 o'clock in the morning, I just hear chainsaws running. And chainsaws ran until about 7 o'clock this morning. So, Ashley jumps in the car, and the Kia goes to work. Don't think anything of it. Go out in the driveway, and there is tree debris and branches and stuff cut up everywhere. Turns out a tree fell off my neighbor's property over here, fell this way right towards our house, and the end of it was hanging over the driveway. This is part of the Kia roof rack. It busted the driver's side Kia roof rack, put a couple dents in the Kia. Ashley didn't even look at it, she just jumped in it and drove it. I said, you need to go out, look at the Kia, take some pictures. So I said, I know there's dents in it, and I know that the roof rack is bent, or broken, because I found this on the ground, out there right behind my Camaro. My Camaro had a small piece of a tree branch on it. I looked it all over. It was the next closest vehicle. I can't find a mark on it. So the tree totally missed the Camaro, missed the house. The only thing it damaged was the Kia. I don't even care about the dents in the Kia, to be honest with you. But they're placing a new pole up here. The pole was rotten. The wires were down. It ripped the wires out of my neighbor's house. And this is just like a big ordeal. They told me to get the cars out of the driveway. I need to, because they're digging right now. And this is a huge operation. So I'm going to show you guys some of the aftermath here. As you can see, the ridge is pretty clear. The driveway is a mess. But yeah, you can see that tree right there that fell directly at our house this way. They took an old pole out right here that all the power lines were hooked on from my neighbor's house, put this new post in, and they've been working on it for 2 days straight. Finally, I think they're done. But my Camaro was sitting here, the SUV was sitting here, her Camaro was there, and the Civic was up front. So the SUV was right here. Then this tree fell down. It fell across the top. There was like a couple small twigs like this on top of my car, and these two pieces right here were laying right behind it. And I don't know what all they cleaned up, but there's not a single mark on my car. The SUV, the roof is dented where this mount is right here for the roof rack. The roof rack is completely busted off on this side and just flopping around. And this piece was on here, and Ashley messaged me yesterday. She was coming home. She said, thank God there wasn't anybody behind me, because a piece of the roof rack flew off. I needed that piece. There's a plastic cover that goes on that. It's like that other one over there. That's a plastic cover, and it blew off, and I gotta go find it. But on top of that being dented, right here, it dented it in right here in the hatch. It dented it right here. So, I mean, those are two significant, like, this is part of the quarter panel, plus part of the hatch, plus the roof being dented in. And I don't know if you can even see it on camera, but yeah, it's not very bad, but they might total the vehicle out because of that. And if so, I'm gonna buy it back, because this has been nothing but a good vehicle, and this thing still has a lot of life to live. I don't really want to see it go to Copart yet. So, I gotta go pick up that piece of the roof rack. So, I'll see you guys when I get back. I found a piece of it. That's not the piece I needed. I need the silver cover that goes over top of that, and I found them online. It looks like they're about 50 bucks. So, yeah, Ashley was in a hurry. She couldn't go back and get it. So, a little mad about that, but I guess we'll just buy one. Well, they gave me two back covers. They don't have any front covers. And the bar, if you look at it, is pretty faded, beat up. But it's all in one piece, and that's all that really matters. So, all right. So we've been having really bad luck here the last couple days. And even though I'm working all this overtime, we're spending a lot more money because we have issues right now. First issue, I wish I would have seen it earlier, but somebody sideswiped Ashley's Camaro. Found out from her dad that he saw it the week before, so it had happened a while ago, so the camera that I had on it did not catch anything. So we didn't get whoever did it on camera, but I used my dent puller, the suction cup one, and actually pulled the dent out mostly, and then it had scrapes, and I didn't even have touch-up paint. I used premium Rust-Oleum black. touched up the scratches and then polished and buffed it. So I'll show you what that looks like. So it's hard to see. If you look at it at the right angle, there's a dent. This was actually popped in right here. Somebody hit the quarter panel, and there's still a little bit of a scrape there. But like I said, yeah, you can see the dent whenever I roll over it, and I don't know if you can see that, but I touched that up really good and buffed it, and there were scratches here. This was all scratched up, so it actually looks half decent. So that turned out really good. Then the SUV and the tree right here. And then if you guys saw my Instagram and you guessed why I got a transmission jack, well, support, it's not really a jack. You guys called it on a video. I didn't even realize these things had such a thing. There's a thing on the back of the engine called the oil separator plate. That is in fact what's leaking on this, and it's leaking pretty bad. So I need you guys' opinions on this. I do have to pull the front axles to do the CV boots. Is it easier at that point to pull the transmission or to pull the engine? Because I know it's not that bad to pull an engine on one of these either. Also, I need to check the timing belt, because if the timing belt needs done, it may benefit me just to pull the motor to do the timing belt. I don't know. But yeah, the Subaru's worse than we thought. We're gonna get that done. So you guys let me know, those people out there that work on a lot of Subarus, to do that oil separator plate you have to pull the flywheel. Is it easier to pull the motor, or is it easier to pull the transmission? Let me know in the comment. So then, if that wasn't enough, I've been working all weekend, so I have not had time to mess with any of my projects, and I'm not going to have time for a while. On top of that, our mini split sprung a leak. It wasn't cooling. So I had a guy come, he looked at it, he found the leak, he brazed it, all was good. Next day, we have no air conditioning again. So I have a little mini air conditioner in the window, which is actually doing all right. But he came back to fix the issue. There wasn't a leak. There's actually a clog in the system. A clog in the system or a bad valve. So he came back, pressure tested, did a whole bunch of stuff. He's coming back Monday with parts. He believes it's a valve inside the outside unit for this. So the first trip was a little over $200. Then with these parts and stuff, it's probably going to be another $200-300. So it's just been a lot of things stacking up, and I don't want to be a downer. I'm staying positive. I'm working all these extra hours to make this money to pay for stuff that's happening right now. So it's just kind of, that's how things happen. When you make more money, that's normally when you have to spend more money, and that's just how it's working out. So that's what I'm doing. You got to do what you got to do. So I don't know when I'll be able to get back to regular videos. It's going to be a while. I apologize. But the Infiniti is ready as soon as I get the bodywork done, which I might try working on that this week. So I'm not going to jump into the Subaru just yet because of having to pull the motor or the transmission. I don't want to have my lift tied up for a while right now. The Infiniti needs to get done. It's a rear-wheel drive. I want to have it done before winter. The Subaru, if I get it done in winter, whatever. It'll sell better in the wintertime than it does right now. So that's what's going on right now. Keep my head up. You know what I mean? If you take all this stuff and be mopey about it, you're not going to get anything done. So you got to keep a positive attitude and stay on things to get stuff done. And it just drags everybody else down if you're in a crappy mood. So on top of that, she's really expensive. So what? I have to... What? Huh? Alright guys, so I switched things up. Same style motherboard, or same brand anyways. But for Intel, I went with Intel i7 unlocked. It's 9700 KF. This is just the one without the integrated graphics because, yeah, discrete graphics required. Because I have this graphics card in it. We also went with a liquid cooled heat sink. And everything is in right now. I had to go with a single fan setup because wasn't really, there may have been room up front here for like a double fan, but I just went with a single fan. It made it a lot easier for me to install and everything. So it's in there. It is processing way faster on this video. Hopefully it doesn't mess my sound up whenever everything processes. If so, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I might have to go with a different software, but as of right now, it's running good. I actually booted this up and got it running myself, hooked everything up myself, which really surprised me. You look through the book, it kind of has everything you need to know to plug everything in. So it's up and running. This is a video that you guys already watched. I'm just reprocessing it because last time when I processed it on the other one, it messed my sound up every time. So we'll see how it does this time. So yeah, it's working great now. I processed a video. It worked perfect the first time. But yes, it's pretty cool. This is like a radiator right here, about the same size as my Honda. And then it has one fan mounted to it, and this is a pump. And yeah, it's pretty neat. So on top of all that other stuff happening, the roof rack that I went and got to put on the SUV, they gave me the wrong side. They said all their driver's sides were damaged. They set them side by side. They thought they looked identical, so they sold me one. And they refunded me for it, and I got to keep it, but it's the passenger side, so it does me no good. They're mirrored, so it goes on backwards, and it's like tilted the wrong direction compared to the other rail, so it's not going to work out. Our mini split is now fixed. He had to change a valve out on the outside unit. Feels good, doesn't it? Yeah, it feels good. Uh-huh. We still need to hear about the SUV from the insurance company, but all in all, it's been a bad week, but it's really not that bad, nothing serious. So everything will work out. So sorry, this has been kind of like a down episode. Next episode, I'm gonna get into some of the body work on the Infiniti, and I have some good news coming. So stay tuned for that.
So if you like this video, go check out some of my old videos, like, subscribe, and we see you on the next episode of Unwrapped.